Now that we've got all the important stuff out of the way, let's head down to the infield for one night and one night only. The new Interstate Batteries High Limit Racing pit reporters hanging out down there. Tony Laporta is out on assignment at his brother's wedding, could not be here tonight, so we figured we'd have some fun with this position and grab the winner of the last two NASCAR sanctioned races and the pole sitter for tomorrow's Cup race. The last time he joined us at High Limit, he was up here calling the action. This time he'll be up close and personal with these 900 horsepower sprint cars. Without further ado, Carson Hocevar, welcome to the High Limit Room. Thanks so much for filling in for Tony. Secondly, how confident are you in your pit reporting abilities? Have you been practicing in the mirror here the last couple of days or what?
Thank you, Chase. Yeah, I haven't been practicing at all, but I figured it would be perfect to just completely wing this. But luckily, I watch a lot of High Limit. I watch a lot on Flow, so I think I can figure it out. If Tony Laporta can figure this out, I got to give it a shot.
Well, Carson, I'm glad to see that you actually got a new shirt. You're not wearing one of Tony's shirts, which made it look like a blanket on top of you, but that's good they got you a new t-shirt to wear tonight. We're excited to see how you do. And you told us yesterday in a little meeting that you're not scared of anything. You're going to do Tony's job just like he would do it on a normal night, right?
Yeah, I'm going to give it my best shot. I watch enough, and yeah, I'm just going to give it my best shot. If not, I think the fans could have expected this to go off the rails at some point, so it'd be right on brand.
Yeah, it definitely would be right on brand, as Tony Laporta does go off the rails sometimes. Like you said, you do watch a lot of High Limit Racing action. Of course, we ran here on Thursday night at the Texas Motor Speedway dirt track. Can you give us any type of insights as to what these fans that may be seeing High Limit for the first time tonight, what they could be seeing out here on the track tonight?
Yeah, it's basically one of my favorite events. You know, just dirt racing so quick. It's so satisfying, I should say, to just watch the best guys out here in this discipline and just throw it all out there in 30 laps, but especially in qualifying, heat race. Every lap's going to be so important. There's not going to be any real management strategy or any way or another. If so, it's all going to be behind the seat and moving that wing back and forth that the fans don't really need to know. They just can expect an awesome race tonight.
That's what we're hoping for here at the Dryden Stockyard Stampede, powered by Relodyne. Carson Hocevar is going to have all the storylines from down in the infield. There will be, of course, the work area down in the infield, and he'll be staying busy down there as well. When we come back in, and Carson, it's been a place you've been pretty familiar with here for the last 7 days or so. Just got the win last night at the big track in the Truck Series, and last week got your first ever Cup Series win. I feel like it's probably been a whirlwind for you the last couple of days here. What's it been like, man, being big-time Cup winner?
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Yeah, I've just enjoyed every second of it. I felt like we really won the truck race just because I was still on cloud nine a little bit for the Cup race, and just got to enjoy it, not get too focused on winning the truck race, just enjoying out there racing. And with that caution, it just kind of fell in my lap and was super relaxed during it. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. And then just to follow it up with getting on the pole, back-to-back poles here, but getting on the pole here, really excited for tomorrow.
Now, this was planned for you to be the pit reporter well before you got that win, correct?
Yeah, pretty much this stemmed from basically when we started in Vegas, having that conversation right after being up in the booth with you.
Yeah, definitely. We had a great time up here back in Vegas, and you did a great job calling the race. I was very impressed. You knew all the drivers, and that is a big part of why you are here tonight. But tell me, Carson, a little bit. Corey Day, Kyle Larson, they both ran that O'Reilly Series race today. What's that like, you think? I mean, those guys are pretty special to be able to run that race today on the pavement. Kyle wins. Corey Day had a little bit of a problem there, but then to come over here in the same day, run two completely different type of race cars, man, they're pretty special, aren't they?
Yeah, it's special, but I think what we're going to see here is who is more motivated, right? Kyle just won. He's going to want to win both here tonight. He won here already, but he's going to want to win 2 in a row. And then Corey, he was out at lap 1, had some misfortune, O'Reilly, but he won last week on the O'Reilly Series, which was awesome for him, but he's going to want to kind of redeem himself in something he's very, very familiar with, and I'm just curious to see who's going to come out on top. A little bit extra motivation for Corey, but also with Kyle.
Yeah, Corey trying to make up for some issues that happened to him earlier on today, of course, and we talk about Corey and Kyle, and they're the two guys that a lot of people are here that are very familiar with, but we do have 15 drivers that run this series from coast to coast, 60-something races per year, and they are at every single race chasing a championship. We call them the high rollers. Let's meet those guys.
It was halfway on, but see, already the first blunder of the day. We haven't even started hot laps, but yeah, super excited. This is something Jeff Dickerson and I have been talking about for a long time. Obviously, a little bit of relationship with Clausen Marshall and Tim Clausen and Richard Marshall and everybody there, but now to have our own team with our name on it and the 77, a lot of pressure on Gio tonight. There's going to be a lot of Chili's folks here tonight. I know they're watching, kind of having a little bit of a party tonight at Olin and Aaron's place. Shout out to them, the 77 teams there. But yeah, super fun and exciting for us to watch on Flow. Gio's a really, really good racer. I felt like he was going to be super consistent for us, and he's been fun to watch, and he's followed with that. And excited to see if he could pull out here tonight and break through and get that first victory.
Yeah, he's certainly been close this year. A second-place run back at the opening race of the season at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway Dirt Track. That is Carson Hocevar. You'll be hearing from him throughout the night as the pit reporter here filling in for Tony Laporta. We've got our first group of cars. But it sounds like we are now officially ready to get things underway. So let's go downstairs. Carson Hocevar, good luck. It's opening ceremonies time.
It is. Welcome, everybody. I got my notes here. I'm not great with memorizing, so excuse me for this. But hello to everybody. Welcome to the Dry Dean Stockyard Stampede, presented and powered by Rallydyne. Sponsor Richard Bell with El Toro Building Supply. He's asked me to just hand him the mic, and here we go, Richard.
Yeah, Carson, thank you, and great job last night. But this is so much fun, and I just appreciate being a part of High Limit Racing. They have definitely raised the ante, not only on sprint cars, but racing as a whole. Big thanks to Kendra Jacobs. She's the rock star that makes this whole deal a royal flush, and just to be in the same atmosphere as a company like Interstate Batteries just charges me up, just a positive experience all the way around. And then, Carson, I personally want to thank you for bringing some character to Cup. And with that being said, I'm going to get this baby back.
Well, appreciate Richard. Well, we're going to get further away because I know everybody in the stands is very excited to watch these sprint cars go into action. So without further ado, I would like to ask everybody to please stand, remove your hats, and welcome Lori Cutter from Race for Christ to lead us in our invocation.
Lord Jesus, thank you for bringing us together and calming the storms around us so that we could race. Deep gratitude goes to all of our sponsors who give so much. Lord, prosper them in many ways. We lift up our fans tonight and those in the stands and on Flow. They show up expecting an action-packed night. Struggles many, burdens heavy, hearts weary. Help them cast every care on you. Let your peace that surpasses understanding fall on them now. Restore, heal, and provide. And give them a joy in this moment as we race tonight. Place your protection over every driver, team, staff, and volunteer this weekend. From the dirt track to the asphalt track, surround them with your angels, Lord. We thank you, Lord, for the freedom to gather, given through the brave men and women of our military. Cover them and bring them safely home to us. We ask all these things in Christ's name. In Jesus' name, amen.
Please remain standing as the 1st Cavalry Division honor and present our nation's colors. Please remain standing for the national anthem performed by the United States Army 1st Cavalry Division Band from Fort Hood, Texas. that's you guys saw the most stressed I ever was all week. There was a lot of great folks and men and women here that there's a lot of pressure on me. So super excited to throw away the script now from here on out, and excited to see some sprint car racing. Everybody get loud if you're ready for some sprint cars and some interstates battery high limit. Perfect. Chase, it's up to you.
Well, Carson Hocevar, I'm not sure if you got your headset on down there or not, but that was a pretty good opening ceremonies, I thought. I told our producers to give you a 98 out of 100. Not too bad on the scorecard there. Hit all the sponsors, got a word in with our sponsor, El Toro Building Supply. Carson, how do you think that went for you?
It was the most nervous I've been here all week by far. I had to introduce a lot of people, but especially I'm completely fine making a fool of myself in any given fashion and any given night. But when it comes to our nation's colors and a prayer and everything, I am absolutely not okay with messing that up. So I was very, very nervous.
Well, you did great, I thought. And real quick, before cars roll on the track, I did see something, I think it was yesterday, from Flow Racing that, you do all this stuff on NASCAR and on the pavement stuff, right? But it sounds like you've got some races coming up in the Spire late model here soon, right?
Yeah, we're going to do literally every night of the Flow Night in America Dirt Late Model Tour. So we're going to basically race for a championship, and I say that very loosely as if we're going to have a shot at that championship. But we're going to be in the points to be able to stack ourselves up and then, hopefully run some big nights, including the Dream World and everything in between, hopefully. If it's on a weekday, we want to be there.
Wow, I didn't realize that the schedule was that large. So could see Carson Hocevar a lot more here at a dirt late model coming up here. As he mentioned, the Flow Racing Night in America. You see it on your screen there at LaSalle Speedway on May 5th, Lincoln Speedway May 6th, and Spoon River on May 7th. Three really, really racy tracks. I've seen them for sprint cars. I've never seen late models at either of those tracks, but man, that should be a whole lot of fun. And we've got cars about to roll onto the racetrack here momentarily. Carson, how are you feeling about your abilities to interview these guys as they come straight off the racetrack into you?
I'm pretty happy, honestly. I feel pretty good. I watch every night of high limit racing, and I'm excited to be able to ask the questions sometimes I wish I could be there to ask for. So I'm almost getting my wish here.
Yeah, Tony Laporta, for those of you maybe that don't really know, Tony Laporta is normally the infield reporter with the series. Tonight he's officiating his brother's wedding, and so that would be a tough one to miss. It's hard to tell your brother, hey, I'll make it to the next one. I tried doing that to my sister, and it didn't work out too well. We do not recommend saying that to a family member for their wedding. We got our first heat race now rolling out there onto the racetrack, and we will go 8 laps, top 6 to the feature, of course. TJ Forged, heat race number 1. At the end of the heat race, we just talked about it there with Carson, there will be a driver that is selected by race control to stop down there on the front stretch, and usually it's somebody that maybe passed a car or two or did something crazy during the heat race, and Carson will be able to ask him about it, and usually you get some pretty good reactions from these guys. And Carson, sometimes these guys show up in these interviews on the front stretch, and even in an 8-lap heat race, I mean, these guys are out of breath, their arms are hurting, and they look like they just ran a mile.
Yeah, for my sake and entertainment, I'm hoping everybody's going to get ready to cut a promo and try to sell some T-shirts. So I'm looking forward to what some of these guys say.
Yeah, we are too, and our special guest has finally arrived in the...
Yeah, I'll be honest. I was blown away that was Hocevar. That guy, I think the racing deal is going to work out for him. But yeah, if he wanted to be a full-time commentator, I think he could do it. He was really good.
Yeah, Come on, Chase. You got to give it a shot, at least one of these.
I'll try.
You got to give it one shot.
I have no shot. But
There's only like best. 8 cars. Just see what you see.
Yeah, he's right. There's only 8 cars. There's not that much happening out there. Give him a lap or two to buzz the racing surface in. A little bit of water applied just as fast as it did on Thursday night. He'll stop on the front straightaway and talk to Carson Hocevar.
Kyle Larson, you went 4 to second there. You won the O'Reilly race not long ago. You were winner here last time in the A-Main. How motivated are you to go win tonight?
Well, you're stealing all the headlines lately, so trying to do what I can to stay relevant. But no, it's been a fun weekend so far, and yeah, good to be a winner earlier today, and you off to a good start again tonight. My car feels really good. I feel like I can maneuver. We'll see what the track does. It's kind of fast and spinny up top, so afraid it could take rubber just underneath the cushion, but I'm sure they'll get to work on it and give all the racing fans a great track tonight.
Good luck tonight. Race fans, that's Kyle Larson, forward to second in that heat.
All right, thank you very much, Carson. We now roll into heat race number 2, presented by DMI Racing. Brenham Crouch has stopped down on the front straightaway, and that's 2 nights in a row he's been down there for the heat race interview. Carson Hocevar, take it away.
Brendan Crouch, second, I'm sure you wanted to win that heat, but second, best case scenario, what you saw on your lap there coming off turn 2?
Yeah, kind of just in a tight spot. He was kind of blocked behind my right sideboard, and so I couldn't really see him until I was there. And just fortunate that we didn't have too much stuff beat up, and we were able to finish the heat race there. I think we didn't really have quite enough for Corey there on the start. Starting outside here when it gets slick is I've gotten burnt trying just about every method here. So just trying to figure that out on my end and seeing if we can't get going forward here in the future for my guys. Well,
good luck to you tonight. Brendan Crouch, who ends up second here in that heat.
Thank you very much, Carson, as we roll into heat race number 3. Sunshine. Tyler Courtney stops down there on the front straightaway. Got very close to Kerry Madsen, but Carson came up just a little bit short of a heat race win.
Yeah, Tyler Courtney. We're not going to talk about the first night here, but this thing looked pretty sporty. Do you think you got something you could contend with and something a little bit better tonight?
I hope they can get the racetrack back. I think started taking rubber there on the entry at both corners there. So I know they got great track guys here, so I have no doubt really. But I just got to qualify better. We've struggled with it all year. Stan brought us a new motor down for tonight after we hurt one the other night, and it's definitely going the right direction. Just got to keep improving to put ourselves up front to battle with these guys. So, but other than that, our Nostra Energy Drink, Spire Motorsports, Ellis Cubs Trailers car was really good right there, and got to try to do what you've been doing the last few weeks.
Well, I appreciate race fans. That's Tyler Courtney in the end of your high limit, heat races. So, back up to you guys in the booth.
Thank you very much, Carson. We're going to go to break here on. Powered by Relodyne Finale, and we are ready to spin the ShopTannerHolmes.com roulette redraw wheel. And I almost said let's send it down to Tony Laporta, but then I remembered Tony's not here, so let's go down to Carson Hocevar, who will be conducting the redraw wheel tonight.
Thank you, Chase Rodman. Well, we're going to introduce P1 on the roulette wheel, Brett Marks. Brett Marks, come on up. Race fans, give him a hand. Brett Marks, you guys race a lot in the interstate high-limit racing, especially in sprint cars, a lot more than we do on Sundays. What did you do while you were out in Texas last night?
Well, we had a rough night on Thursday, so we spent most of the day and evening last night fixing her up, but I didn't have as much fun as you did last night. So, that's pretty much all we did, and would have liked to do some other things, but unfortunately it just didn't work out that way for us.
Well, perfect. Well, maybe you can make your night a little bit better. Go ahead and spin that wheel. Going to be 17. Brett, you happy with 17? He's giving me halfway okay. Well, race fans, come on up. Allow me to introduce Corey Day. Give him a hand. Corey, no stranger to the sprint cars. Obviously pretty good. Same to you. You were obviously practicing qualify, but what'd you do last night?
Just hung out. We went to the stockyards with Kyle actually and ate some good food, and my girlfriend and Caitlin went and shopped. So got to spectate on that a little bit, but yeah, just hung out. Always try and keep it a little low key before a race the next day.
Well, awesome. Go ahead and spin the wheel and see if you can get better than 17. Seven. Right now, Corey Day first. Well, Kerry Madsen, come on up. Race fans, give him a hand. I'm going to say that every time. Kerry Madsen, same to you. A lot of sprint car racing you do, but what'd you do last night?
Last night, the guys went to the stockyards, and I was actually a good boy and stayed home at the motel. So unusual, but I felt a lot better for it this morning.
Well, perfect. Well, you knew I maybe was answering that or asked you this question. Go ahead and spin the wheel. $26. We're going to end up third there. Let's see who's next, actually. Kyle, you're on up. Race fans, I know you're going to get loud. Kyle Larson. All right, Kyle. So you practiced and qualified the O'Reilly car, but what'd you do last night? I mean, Corey kind of just gave it away, but go ahead.
What did we do last night? We went to the stockyards and got dinner at Cattleman's. It was really good, so I highly recommend it. It was great. So, yeah, we got a good steak.
Perfect. Well, go ahead and spin the wheel. We'll see how you start. Going to end up at 35. Going to end up fourth there for Kyle Larson, which for my entertainment value, I'm all for that. Now, I know this one's a crowd favorite. Rico Abreu, give him a round. Hey, you buddy. No, thank you. Appreciate it. Rico, same to you. What'd you do last night?
We went down to the stockyards with some friends. I left Gus with my crew chief, Ricky Warner, so we had to get back pretty quickly, but Gus was just hanging out with Ricky. Went to Cooper's, and then we were going to swing by Billy Bob's, but it was getting a little late, and I'm an old guy now and get tired early.
Well, Rico, best of luck here on the wheel. We'll see where you end up. Rico, 34 as well, fourth. Now, the tiebreaker, I believe, will go to the fastest qualifier. Oh, no tiebreaker? Okay. Well, I don't know anything about this anymore, but Aaron Reitzel, no stranger to victory lane down here with High Limit. How are you? Pleasure. Same to you. A lot of sprint car racing. What did you do on your night off?
Oh, let's see. Got up that morning and went and played golf right here across the street. Had a few beers and called it a night. It was I guess I did do maintenance, so I did a little bit of work.
There you go. Well, best of luck here on this wheel. Oh, looks good. Aaron Reitzel with the 0. The shop, TannerHomes.com roulette wheel pays for Aaron Reitzel. Going to be on the pole for the dash. Corey Day going to end up second. Brent Marks third. Kerry Madsen fourth. Rico Abreu fifth. And most excited part about me tonight is watching Kyle Larson come from the 6th spot, hopefully in the dash, back up to you guys in the booth here.
All right, Carson, thank you very much. Carson, he definitely remembered what that order. There's no way anybody was talking to him in his ear right there. He knew the order of the redraw.
Yeah, he definitely
for sure.
knew the order. Yeah,
yeah,
100%.
no doubt about it. Great job down there, Carson. And we know who is going to start where now in the F. Placini and Moran going to the court and bound. His car just doesn't turn.
Yeah, that's odd. Oh, right there.
Oh, there it is.
When both front tires are turning different directions,
the
never
right front was, I was going to say, guys, the right front was still up, but I was noticing, I don't know a lot about these cars at all on the technical side, but I did notice that the right front was moving a lot, and it wasn't turning, but the left front still had a lot, and you saw that the toe was way out of it, compared to what he was turning. That right front went dead straight.
Oh, that's tough to see for Eric Baldacini, as he showed up here 1 year ago at the time for the Durst dice roll. And so we'll throw another curveball at Carson Hocevar. We'll see how he handles this. Carson, take it away down in victory lane.
Thank you, Chase. Well, race fans, this is one of the coolest opportunities that High Limit presents. It's the Durst dice roll. So how this will work, Amanda from Big Bend National Park is here, a winner from just purchasing a ticket online pre-event, that one of the race fans has an opportunity to go home with some money along with an extra driver thanks to the friends at Durst. So she'll go ahead and roll a dice, not just yet, but she'll roll a dice. It'll signify where in the starting order that driver will be eligible. They'll split $5,000 if that driver goes on to win. So super important that this dice roll ends on a high limit roller that could go to the front. Amanda, go ahead. Just go ahead. A 2 over here and a 6, which I believe is Kyle Larson. So that's a really good roll for you. Are you a Kyle Larson fan?
Yes.
Perfect. Well, you're about to be even a bigger fan if he could go 6 to first and get you $2,500 thanks to the friends at Durst, as well as Kyle Larson potentially taking home more high limit money. Chase, back to you up there.
All right, thank you, Carson. Great job down there with the Durst dice roll. And Briscoe, I'd be feeling pretty good if I was the dice. He's going to start 17th in this main event. Now, Carson Hocevar will turn our attention to you down in the infield as the sub-in pit reporter for tonight. You've been down there catching all the action. Is there any one driver who has caught your eye tonight that you think may have a good chance to win this thing?
Guys, I don't know if it's tough. I mean, it is just tough to pick one single guy. Star-studded, cream rises to the top. All 6 in that dash were super strong, but even on back, super strong. I was just waving at Hank Davis to get it up to the top. They're all good in this deal. What I'm just most excited, we've seen a great night of racing. We have the crowd absolutely full here at High Limit Racing. I'm super excited. I think Kyle Larson's obviously a pick being the high roller, but ultimately I just want to see how loud we can get the crowd. If everybody's excited for High Limit Sprint Car Racing, I want it as loud as you can get it.
Carson, we might have to keep you a little bit longer.
Well, it's that good, and they're just excited for sprint car racing. I had nothing to do with that. They're just excited for sprint car racing. I'm ready to go. Star-studded lineup, but if I had to pick one guy I'm going to keep my eye on, Tanner Thorson coming from the back.
Tanner Thorson is definitely a good guy to watch for here, Briscoe, as this could be major point implications here in this race. He's going to start from 19th position and comes into tonight with a 45-point lead over Reitzel and a 48-point lead over Rico. Both those guys start in the first 3 rows.
Yeah, and I can guarantee you they know that Tanner's starting back there, and they're going to try to capitalize on this. So Tanner definitely has his work cut out for him. He's going to have to come through the field.
We'll get him over there to the front of the car where he'll talk to Carson Hocevar. Carson?
Aaron Reitzel, that thing looked good all night. It's looked good all year, honestly, but was it as difficult, as easy? Let me phrase that better. It looked as easy. I know, Laporta's would already got it out. Thank you. Laporta has lost a lot of weight. Hopefully he's doing well. You made it look very easy, but was it as easy as you made it look tonight?
Absolutely not. When you got Corey Day behind you, you have to go, and you got Larson. And the bad thing is I know Day, if the top was treacherous, and that's his jam. When it's treacherous, he can make more speed than anyone. And I'm not normally one to go to the bottom, but I knew that had to come in. It was greasy early, but I wasn't sure where he got his run and this and that, so I figured I might as well sacrifice a corner and at least give the bottom a try, and it came in within a lap, and that was the place to be. But then you had to be able to move around in traffic, and then the middle came in for a little bit, and I mean, besides the top maybe being a little slower, I thought the racing was awesome where it forced us to move around and we had places to go. But yeah, like I said, when you got Corey behind you, it's never easy, and that's his type of joint there where it's technical and he's good. So I'm pumped really pumped to win this one. I'm pumped to win in Texas. I got so many hometown friends and family, and I might not live in Texas anymore, but Texas is still a badass state, and it's the best state in America, hands down, and I'm just glad I made Texas proud.
Well, you've looked good all year. I was here at Vegas when you looked super, super strong, obviously, but could you feel the intensity when Corey was kind of reeling you in a little bit in traffic there at the end?
Yeah, I thought I had a couple guys I didn't get very quick, and that made me nervous, and I'm guessing that was him who got to my outside on the white flag lap or 2 to go, and luckily I hit the bottom just good enough here to get under the 13 car and beat him to it, and yeah, like I said, he kept me on my toes. I was contemplating going to the top on the last lap over here and take that from him, but I just stuck with the bottom, and just like I said, just an awesome night to win in Texas. So proud of this. Power Plus, Vulcan Brothers Trucking, Don Long, Rafson's Truck Center, Brian Paver, Bargain Barn, Ryder Race Engines, Triple X Chassis, Sure-Built Suspension, Kaiser Wheels, Vantage Engine Heaters, just a great group of guys that allow me to do what I do. Dean, Brogan, Bart, and they're killing it. And I'm glad Brian and Lisa were here. They brought Henry and Holden with them. They flew in just for today, so it's really cool that they came down and got to see a win. You know, they don't make it to too many races, so I'm glad I could do that for them tonight because they do a lot for me, so they deserve this.
Well, with your win tonight, $1,500 is going to a charity of your choice with the High Limit Rolling Angel Donors. What charity are you going to choose?
Well, I know the crowd's going to like this. Texas Children's Hospital. That's my charity. They did so much for my firstborn child, and yeah, they're near and dear in my heart, so I'm always happy when I can donate to them.
That's awesome. Well, they're going to hand you the Chasm Safety Product win sticker. put that where it belongs, and we'll see you again at High Limit Racing.
Thank you, and thanks for the crowd for coming out and allowing us to keep coming back here.
Race fans, give it one more time for Aaron Reitzel. Go back to Chase. Go finish us out here, pal.
Yeah, thank you very much, Carson. We do have a couple of contingency awards we got to get to here, including the Race Redeem Foundation Rookie of the Race. That was Hank Davis. He finished up in the 5th position here in this one. A fantastic run for him, starting 11th up to 5th. Also, the Rod and Supply Hard Charger, which tonight is going to get a $300 bonus from the Berta boys. It goes to Tanner Thorson, started 19th and ran it up to 10th for the Rod and Supply Hard Charger. And then, of course, the Jake's Golf Cart's fastest lap of the race went to Aaron Reitzel on lap 14, turned in a 14.366 second lap. Reitzel gets that award. Let's go back down to Carson Hocevar standing by with second place, Corey Day.
Thank you, Chase. I'm here with hard charging Corey Day. Really fun to watch. You made this race super entertaining. What more did you need there to catch Aaron Reitzel?
I don't really know. He was going to the bottom of 1 and 2, and for a while there, most of the race, that was the place to be. And it just got so slick through the middle of 1 and 2 that you couldn't quite carry the speed through the center of the corner and down the straightaway like you could there in the middle of the race at the end. So I got the top working a little bit and just didn't really have lap cars play my way. I had a good run on him down into 3, and we were splitting a lap car, and I just couldn't get my angle right to drive by him. So all good. Obviously, a lot better ending of this race than I had earlier today. So just super cool that I could, come redeem myself in the same day. And thanks to all my Jason Myers Racing guys, Shane and Lawton and Jet. They're all busting their butts out here, and it's super cool to just be running part-time and have this competitive of car night in and night out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just curious. This is just me asking. How much fun is it? You got the NASCAR thing rolling now. You kind of figured it out. You just won at Talladega. But how much fun is it to come back and get racing in the sprint car and run with High Limit?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. This, was once my full-time job, and now it's just my fun and something I get to, come do on the weekdays or the weekends when it allows. So I still got a lot I want to accomplish in this sport, and I'm definitely not done sprint car racing. So it's a lot of fun. Thanks to Mr. Hendrick for allowing me to still come live my dreams out here, and thanks to Trex Decking, Burco Redwood, Interstate Oil, just everyone on the 14 this year, Tally Oil, Autry Plumbing, Myers Constructors, Four Seas Construction, International Wood Products, Warehouse, just everyone on this thing. It's a lot of fun, like I said, to be running part-time and have this nice of a car and this competitive of a car to keep coming driving.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's Corey Day. Professional, as you see. Got all the sponsors right there. That's runner-up Corey Day tonight.
And so Carson Hocevar going to make his way over to Kerry Madsen with another podium finish. Carson, take it away with Kerry.
Hey, Kerry, ended up third tonight. What more did you need there to run with the top two?
Just like 2-lap runs. They were really good for 2 or 3 laps, and then they would just gradually drift away from me. So then you sort of try, I don't know, you're like, then that's not good. They're driving away from me, and they're getting through traffic, and I'm not. But on a short lap, 2-lap run, the car was really strong. So I don't know. I'm sure it's still only early in the year. I'm sure we'll work on that. But all in all, a great weekend for the Vermeer Motorsports and Maxim Trucking, TK Concrete, Maxim Oil, just Zip Bonds, Jersey Freeze. There's so many guys that helped make this happen. And just want to say thank you to Tony Vermeer, our owner, and hello to my wife, Tina. And definitely big hats off to the guys, Ty, Doug, and Harley. They've been working really hard. So, it's great to get another podium. So it's good.
Thank you, Kerry. Have a good night. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it for me, at least at this point in the program. Thanks for a ton for dealing with me. Tony Laporta, hope you're having a fun time at your wedding or your brother's wedding or wherever you're at. Hopefully I didn't do your job too much injustice. Excited to see you back next time I'm watching you on TV. Guys, both chases basically. I had a lot of fun down here. Super fun. Thanks for having me. Hope you guys had just as fun.
Yeah, we did, Carson. I thought he did a fantastic job. I think if I gave him a grade on the night, I'd say it's an A-. What do you think?
Yeah, I'd give him an A-. He's been winning everything else. So yeah, let's not give him an A+ on this. Let's go A-. The only thing that could have been better, I gave him a shirt to wear today. He asked for a cool, old school sprint car shirt. I was gonna give him a Risky Brisky one. I brought him a 100,000 to win Eldora one. It had the stars and stripes on the sleeves, but he said you all made him wear the polo.
Well, we got to get the sponsor plugs in there. Interstate Batteries, of course. Our boys back in the suite over there. We got to get their shout out in. Here's a look at the race recap, and there was a great moment here.